Hi guys, I'm Exactchaos and welcome to my Opinionated Facts review of They Are Billions. They Are Billions is an early access game and it's a survival strategy game. So let me have a quick show you around the map ever so quickly. So I've paused it because this is quite an intense game, to be honest. You plan and manage this kind of steampunky kind of society, and I must say the graphics are absolutely brilliant. Look at the detail, really very good. So you plan and manage this the steampunk colony over here, and you basically defend against swarms and swarms of zombies, where the name They Are Billions obviously come from. Can we see a zombie around here? Yeah, over there. See some zombies over there. But you defend against swarms and swarms of these zombies. Okay, and they keep strengthening. So as you can see, it's day 82. The real point here is to kind of survive up till day 100, and they come in waves, and you have to kind of defend. Okay. Well, at the start, you might think that this is kind of a military strategy type of game, or even maybe a tower defense. As you can see, I've got some towers up over here. But really, the challenge is the economy. It's a very challenging balance of economy, technology, and space planning. Okay, look at that, look at that. Okay, so if I look at this, right, so I'll quickly show you. So you have colonists, you build houses to get colonists. From the houses, you also get workers. You need to provide all of these people with food. You see, as you can, and you need to provide energy. Then you've also got raw resources to build, to make sure you can keep building and so on. So you've got like quarries over here, and you've got mills that create energy, and you've got farms that create food, and you've got sawmills that create lumber, and so on and so on. And you've got oil platforms that create oil. And so, okay, so that's basically what happens. You've got power plants and so on. So as you can see, if I look at the power plant over here, it costs me 40 gold. Oh, colonists also generate gold. Okay, it costs me 40 gold to get 160 energy. It also costs me 5 lumber and 5 stone, and it uses 8 workers. Okay, so that is, and you're constantly balancing this. Then you're upgrading. That's a wood workshop. Here you've got a soldier center. That's where you create your soldiers. A foundry where you've got some things that you can upgrade. So I can upgrade advanced quarry, radar tower, and that's an extra unit over there. And that's basically the point of it. So you keep expanding your economy all the time. But the balancing of it becomes really, really challenging. And so, yes, and so then what you do is you basically have the challenge of keep things small and primitive. Don't necessarily grow too much, and don't get go technologically advanced too quickly. But then you've got this small area to defend. But as you then you basically need to start expanding to feed your economy. As you can see, I expanded over here, lots and lots of food to further expand. Then I started running out of workers, so I expanded on this side. And so now you can see that I'm spread fairly thin. Okay, so the benefit now, I've got some good proper fighting units and so on. As you can see, these guys, they are pretty sizable. If I unpause it for a second, look at those guys, real technology advanced soldiers that we've got over there. But they are spread thin. I've only got a few of them over here and over there, and if the swarms keep coming in from all the sides, I will have that issue. Okay, you've got some traps building over here. Okay, so that's basically the challenge, finding that balance between growing too much and growing too little, basically. Okay, so what is good about this game? It is extremely challenging, and it's got so much different strategy types or combinations of strategies that you can do. You can rely purely on defenses. You can rely purely on soldiers. You can decide don't bother with big soldiers. Just do defenses and then few soldiers, and so on. So those are the kind of the basics. You can decide to stay small, to grow big, and you can combine these things. But what adds on top of that is these are procedurally generated maps. So in one map you might have tons and tons of stone next to your starting location. In other maps, you would have almost nothing, and you need to expand somewhere to secure some more resources. And which of the resources do you need more than others? So over here, as you can see in the darkness, we've got some resources over here that we could grab. So should I push out, grab more resources? Can I do with some more resources? You know, steel is pretty low. If I need more steel, maybe I should be pushing out over here. And those are the questions that you're constantly faced with, and that makes this game extremely good. It's extremely addictive, and it will steal many hours from your life, and many more so until you actually get this right. I think this is my 4th playthrough of this game, and I still have not yet survived the day 100 swarm or wave of zombies. So it's extremely addictive, and I just can't stop playing it. It requires constant planning, so all the time I'm paused most of the time, as I am now, paused most of the time thinking, okay, shall I expand here? Ooh, I can fit something in there. The space planning component, as you can see, is quite a big one too. All of this, and I need to make sure my soldiers can still get through here, and so on. And yeah, actually, this area over here is blocked off, so this is a good place to expand into. And can you find more areas such as this, and then find yourself expanding into those areas? So you're constantly planning in this game, and that's one of the things that I really like about it. Um, Another thing that makes it quite challenging, and which I love about it, is the fact that you can't save and go back. So you can save, exit the game, come back, and start at this very point where we are now, right? So I can go out, I can save it, and I can come back. But if I open up the menu over here, back to the game, options, or save and exit, there is no loading of the game. And even from the main menu, there's no loading of a previous part. You can't save. Go to an old save. So the stakes are really high. If you make a mistake, that you live with that mistake, and that's part of what I really like about this game. Okay, so what's not so good about this game? I must say it's early access, and I struggle to find anything that is really bad. If there is one thing that I can probably suggest to the developers, but which I wouldn't necessarily call it bad, is maybe as you grow in the game, there should be different types of challenges, not just the waves and waves of zombies. Maybe some other types. There are different types of zombies, and I'm not showing that to you at the moment. So there are spitting zombies and big fat zombies that are very strong, tanky ones. And then there's the normal guys, and then there's the guys that run very quickly, and so on. So those are challenging. But I'm thinking about some other form of challenge that can just make it a little bit more difficult as you go. Not that it's not difficult enough, but as you go, maybe there is an outbreak in your colony. Not someone that got in, but some form of outbreak in your colony that you need to contain. Or I don't know. I'm just kind of brainstorming out there, but just something that, especially as you go to next maps, right? So there's multiple types of maps, and once you defeat this map type, you go to the next map type, and the next map type, and the next map type, and maybe those map types can have a different thing. Maybe one of those map types don't have a certain type of resource, and you have to develop a different strategy. So those kind of things. But that's the kind of thing that so at the moment, I think once I master it, the procedural generation of the maps makes it difficult every time though. But once you master the kind of a recipe, maybe that might be good if there's some other elements in there too. But really, I can't fault it. So if that's my only suggestion, is make sure to keep mixing it up as you progress in the game. But apart from that, nothing is bad. I really like this. It's a challenge, it's a balance, it's an economy, it's planning. It's very little. It's got very little to do with the military action that you see on the edges, and it's got very much to do with what you've got going on over here. And then, of course, when the swarms come, then you defend. So what is the verdict? No, not the bad. I'll just cover the bad. What is the verdict? It is a brilliant strategy game where the balance between economy, technology, space planning, and points of defense will keep you enthralled and thinking for hours and hours. And I can't recommend getting this game enough. It looks pretty cool too, by the way. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'll switch on the simulation so you just see all the good artwork over here. No one's going to actually attack us at the moment. We don't have waves coming in, but there's guys over here. Let's see. Can we run out? Can I grab... Oh, the guys are pretty funny too, by the way. They kind of say funny things and so on. But if we run out, I can't actually see that there's anything going on outside here for us to deal with at this stage. But anyway, so guys, that's going to be it. This is They Are Billions, and it's really good. Grab it. You won't be sorry. Okay, bye-bye.